But please stop telling people these blanket ideas that frequency is more important.
Wicked, 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 wicked. Wicked tones, you know.
When I was coming up in bodybuilding, and people that taught me, who I have a lot of respect for, and obviously like kind of shaped and molded how I view things and how I train and how I move. It was always a fringe thing that guys train body parts twice a week. I never did it coming up. I'd be like, if I knew a body part was lacking, like I said, I wanted my legs to come up, so I tried something really crazy. I did back-to-back leg days. So that was later on when I was like, not that I was that great, but when I was like trying to improve specific things on purpose, right? Because I was a pro at the time. So it's like, I just don't know how it's become that people think that training more frequently. Because I understand, like, yeah, if your recovery's on point, your nutrition's on point, why not stimulate more often? Yada yada yada. But it's like those same guys that are training more often are also promoting heavier weight all the time. So you're not promoting lifting any lighter or lifting any and in a way that allows recovery to happen better, because you're not taxing the system so much. You're still promoting this conscious theory of like more training is better, frequency is better, with just as much load. Which, like, no matter what your recovery is like, it's not going to be good enough. So I don't know. I can't make a correlation between the two, and I swear to God, and I'm not trying to be mean to like everyone out there who is a coach and all that stuff. You guys are just trying to literally think of stupid shit that you can like brand as being a new way of doing stuff and coming out with it. Like, but the wheel is not broken. Like, the wheel works. We don't need another wheel. We don't need to reinvent it. If something isn't broke, why fix it? Like, so you can train with more frequency if that's what you like to do. And if your body responds to that, then you should do that. But like, understand, especially guys who are coming up maybe and like beginning this journey, training frequency, like I'd want to almost maximize recovery. So I wouldn't mind if a beginner or someone that's really trying to improve only train that body part once a week, because I'm going to annihilate that body part for that one session it gets a week. Or maybe I sprinkle little triceps in on this day or biceps on this day. I'm like, but I'm talking about chest, back, legs, all this stuff. Like, I'm going to fucking annihilate those things. I'm not going to stimulate them. I'm going to literally obliterate them, so that it takes them that long to recover, so that I can get the most out of it every time I use it, right? Everyone can explain it to me, and like you can do whatever you want, but like things work the way they work. Some of the best guys of all time didn't train with much frequency. Some of the best guys did. You have to find what works for you. But please stop telling people these blanket ideas that frequency is more important, and not giving them the other side of the coin, because that's all you guys do, man. You just present one side of the story, and your side of the story is the best, and there can't possibly be another way. And you're confusing the fuck out of people. And it's like, just say this is what I think, or this is what has worked for me, or this is what has worked for my clients. It's like, don't just be like, oh no, everything else is inferior. I saw another guy who's supposed to be a fucking genius in this sport, not much of a bodybuilder to look at, not much of a fucking athlete to look at, to be very honest with you. And this person's very popular with training programs, all this stuff, spitting out nonsense that like, and it's like stuff that goes back to like Mike Menser days and Dorian Yates. Is like, one set on something is all you need. But also saying that literally one set is all you need, and then you do like a warm-up set, and then you go right into your heaviest weight possible. Like, are you trying to fucking injure people? Are you trying to start people on a path in this fucking sport where they're just gonna literally be fucking decrepit by the time they're my age, which I'm decrepit because I train like that, like an asshole? Like, you guys are putting people on a path to fucking nowhere. And like, this like immediately doing a heavy set and just moving on and then going on to the next exercise, that's gonna be enough to stimulate. No, it's not. And you don't need to do it that way. It's like, there's so many ways to do it. And there's so many smarter ways, like warming up your joints, getting blood flow to the muscle, getting the tendons around the muscle to like move and be a little active and pliable before they actually have to like strain themselves under massive loads. It's like, does everybody just come in like Gumby, you guys think? And they're just like, ooh, look how loose I am today. It's fucking, I can lift 500 pounds if I just feel like it. It's like, no. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And the best is the guys that are doing it, they don't look good.
Yeah.
They don't look fucking good. So you obviously, if you're applying it to yourself and you're the product that you're showing me, man, I don't want to look like you, so I'm definitely not training like that. But nowadays, like I said, everybody's looking for someone to tell them what to do because they don't want to think. They're just so inundated with like bullshit all the time. They just don't want to think anymore. I'm gonna fucking just listen to this guy. And it's like the guy's not even at your level most of the time, nor could he ever have been at your level, guy or girl. So it's just, it's fucking nonsense to me. And it all goes into another point of like, there's another guy I saw talking about you don't need to do all these different exercises for body parts. Like all your main lifts need to be your fucking squat, deadlift, bench, whatever. It's just like the stupidity of that statement. Like, yes, if you're talking about strength training and you're talking about powerlifting, sure. But if this is a bodybuilder saying this. It's like, do one set of leg extensions, go right into squats, start squatting heavy right away. That's all you need. What if the person doesn't squat well? What if they're horrible at squatting? What if they have like a disc problem in their back, or they have like a fucking issue where like me and my shoulder, I can't get my arm behind a bar. So I just don't do legs. Everything else I do is futile. It's a complete waste of my fucking time because I can't barbell squat. It's like the stupidest shit to say. And it's just like, that's that bullshit old school mentality that creeps in that I don't like. Because the old school stuff is good and things are here and there, but people are cherry picking, and then there's these morons who come around and they're just like, oh, you need to develop your back as deadlifts, man. It's like, look at the best deadlifters in the world and tell me and get them to pull a lat spread. I want to see what their lat spread looks like in bodybuilding or a rear double. Show me it. I guarantee you it's mediocre at best. It's not like fucking Dorian Yates pulling a lat spread or hitting a fucking rear double. You know what I mean? So just, you got to get these people out of the industry who are just feeding. It must be so frustrating to new people in the sport or people coming up, because every day they hear a different opinion, and they're from these false idols. These people are false idols. They're not people you should be listening to. Like, it's just their opinion. It's not the gold standard. And just because some other guy who you might like, who so-and-so athlete X, he trains with him, so this guy knows what he's talking about. It's like, no. Because anything he told that gifted individual to do, that guy would develop. It's nothing to do with how he's telling him to work out and all that stuff. He's just taking credit for it, right? So get off that shit, guys. This is a public service announcement.
Oh no.
If you're a trainer out there, and I say that term loosely, you go to the gym, someone actually pays you to watch them work out. I don't know if I can call it training, but it's like, I see a lot of guys nowadays who are people that are calling them, guys and girls, that are calling themselves trainers, but really they should just call themselves imitators. You're an imitator. So every night you go home, you look on TikTok or you look on Instagram, what's this asshole doing? What's this asshole doing? What's this fucking complete idiot doing? Like, oh, like hanging leg raises with stand up right into dumbbell laterals, like whatever the fuck it is, right? And that's how you guys are getting your material to train people, which is like, okay, if that's what you have to do, it's what you have to do, but like, at least do it well.
Yeah.
But you're literally just copy and pasting in real life what the bullshit you just saw on the internet and then telling someone to do it. And they could do the same thing. But you have no imagination. That could be also stealing other trainers' fucking ways of doing shit, their style of training, their sequence of exercises. You know what I mean? The way they describe things. Like, it's all imitation, right? And like we said before with another video, imitation is the highest form of flattery, but at some point it's fucking insulting and it's disrespectful, right? So it's like, if you're gonna come in here and take someone's money and teach and show them how to train, for the love of God, at least have an original thought in your mind of how to construct the workout. Like, at least have the ability, like if you saw like influencer person say this is my chest workout and they laid it out for you, at least switch the order. So we can like you can think about something a little differently, or switch out an exercise to something that you want the person to do. Because if you just look at people as like individuals that just do movements and then they leave, they're never going to get any better. Like, you have to look at your client and be like, where do they suck at? Or do they just suck overall? Like, because they're just beginning, you don't suck, but like, nothing's happening here. We need to just we need to move and just see what does happen. Or if you get a guy who comes in with his shoulders up in his ears and he's walking around like this and he's like, I never felt my chest before. It's like, what would you guys do in that situation? What's immediately the first thing you would do? If someone's fucking jacked up in the shoulders, caved in chest, they say they never felt their chest before. How would you attack that workout? I'd be fascinated to hear your fucking responses, because I don't even think you'd begin to comprehend a plan of how to attack that issue and make that person feel that chest. You just get them to get in the machine or get underneath the bar or the dumbbells and just press. Squeeze harder, squeeze harder. Just think about this more. Well, fuck, man, I think about being rich a lot and I still haven't fucking got $1 billion in my bank account. But I think about it a lot. You know what I mean? It's the same fucking stupidity. So just stop fucking... It's fine to see other people, at least watch good people and understand that their like methodology of it and then see how it applies to you. But like if you're not developing your own style of training people and developing your own exercise like selection and how to attack things for different issues, you're not a trainer and you're an imitator. And you're ripping people off. Instagram's free, so is TikTok. I'll just fucking copy and paste. From now on, I'll go in your comments, then I'll copy and paste the video you took it from on TikTok to help your client out.